It still says starting. All right, it started now. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is the 11th episode of the Team SCS Talks live stream. Today we're talking about Square-1, and we are here with. Come on, someone say a name.
Rasmus.
Go.
Helmer.
And
Rasmus.
no, you're not. You're Thibaud.
and the one and only Thibaud.
Nice. Wait, how do you say your last name again? Is it Thibaud or Thibaud?
Thibaud.
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 Yeah.
Can we just call you for the rest of the stream?
Oh. Okay.
All right. So I guess we'll get started now. The first thing I'd like to talk about is a bit about all of you. So I guess we'll start with Rasmus. So as most people already know, you're the current WR holder in Square-1 single and average with 566 and 725. Also, basically, you're the fastest Square-1 solver at home, right?
Yeah.
So we have all the UWRs. So tell us a bit more about yourself, when you started cubing, how you started cubing, that type of thing.
Got a cube for Christmas in 2013, I think, and then learned how to solve it online, and then just go on from there.
All right. And then when did you really start taking up Square-1 as your main event?
I got one in a birthday present, like 2015, I think, and it was like 2 months before the Danish championships were coming up, so I signed up for it, and then I became Danish champion, and then just did.
Oh wow! Just after 2 months of practicing it? That's
20,
crazy.
27 hours or something.
That's really cool. And then, is there any specific reason that you you enjoy solving Square-1 over other events? Not really. Just happen to be the one you practice the most.
Danish champion, and it's fun to practice.
All right, it's pretty cool. Now I guess we'll move on to Helmer. So you're the former Square-1 WR single holder.
Yeah.
You're still ranked 9th for single, 25th for average. So how did you start cubing, and do you have any fun stories from competitions or anything funny that's happened to you?
So I learned how to solve the cube 6 or 7 years ago. And then I didn't really start speed cubing then. I could solve it in 2 minutes or so. But then I picked it up again 2 years later or so, and started to get more into different puzzles and started competing and all that. Then I just went from there.
All right. And
yeah.
I saw you laughing a bit when I asked about any funny competition experiences. So do you have any stories that were really funny that you want to share?
From competitions, not really any funny moments. I mean, there have been funny moments, but nothing that really comes to mind.
All right. And last but not least, we have
Yeah.
Okay,
so
you're the legendary Square-1 French champion and NR holder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you start cubing?
I started cubing in 2015, I think, because my dad wanted me to solve one because stuff, and I started to like it because another friend knew how to solve Rubik's Cube. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Okay, and then one other thing I wanted to ask Rasmus that I forgot is why do you think you're the fastest to Square-1? Is it just turning or look ahead efficiency? What do you think really sets you apart?
Definitely my
turning. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's what I thought too originally. Just watching your solves is pretty crazy.
His TPS is crazy.
Yeah. And then Helmer, I understand you use a method that's different from what most people use.
Yeah.
So how did that end up happening?
So I learned that from the start because, well, actually most people, maybe most people in Sweden use that, at least a lot of people, because there is a Swedish YouTuber. He isn't active anymore, but it's what a lot of noobs learn from. and he, in his Square-1 tutorial, he teaches that method. So it's basically what I started with, and I was never really interested in switching.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay. That's cool because like I think most people who start with a unique method, they do it because they want to be different, because that's what kind of I did. I started with roux because I didn't want to like be the same as everybody else. But you, I guess it's different because you just ended up falling across that tutorial that was in your language.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. All right,
Well, I
now we'll move on.
actually wanted to kind of switch at some point. Well, I never really, but I thought about it and learned like some algorithms from Vandenberg, but I never switched.
Okay. Since we're already talking about methods, I guess we'll move on to talking about methods more specifically. So, Helmer, as you mentioned, the two main methods that most people use are Vandenberg and Lin. So,
yeah.
I don't know, any of you can. It would be cool if any of you could like give a quick summary of both of the methods, and then you can start discussing and comparing them.
Okay.
So,
I guess
who
one of you
wants to
can.
do? Yeah, who wants to do
I guess
that?
one of you can start with Vandenberg.
Can I do something?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So
Can I do something?
with Vandenberg, first you solve cube shape. So you have a square,
Yep.
and then you solve CO. So that's corner orientation. So you have this and this. Then you solve edge orientation. So you have two faces. Then you solve CP. So you have all corners that are solved, and then you just finish the rest with edge permutation args. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So total, that's how many? 5 to 6 steps, I guess.
5.
5. All right. And then someone else can explain the other method.
Yeah, I can take that. So you start with the same thing, so you just turn it into a cube, and then instead of doing like orientation, you solve blocks. So it's like similar to roux. So you start with like a block and put it on the left on the bottom layer, and then you solve a similar block and put it on the. Oh, that wasn't a good scramble. I skipped like everything. And then you solve a similar block and put it on the right, and then you use one algorithm to like put the edges in and permute the corners, and then
So now you have like the whole bottom done then?
Yeah, and then you just do EPLO.
Okay. And then how many steps is that in total? 5 as well?
It's wait. I'm gonna count the blocks as 2 different steps. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So a similar number of steps. Now I guess we can kind of compare them, to compare the advantages, disadvantages. So Rasmus, you haven't talked in a while. Maybe you can give your opinion on the differences between the methods and which one you think is better.
Cube shape, that's of course the same and it's gonna be equally as fast with both methods, but yeah, Lin is like a more intuitive with the blocks, so you need more intuition there. And then Vandenberg, it's just you see that case and you do that case as fast as you can, 5 times. But I think
Okay.
Lin is more of an intuitive way of going about it.
All right, and since Lin is more intuitive, would there be differences in the efficiencies of the method, or is that not really known?
I don't know.
Do you know like the average for Vandenberg?
It is like low 20 to 25 or something. Around.
Okay, so I think Lin is a little more what do you say?
More efficient?
More efficient, yeah. Just by a tiny bit. Maybe if you don't know PLO plus 1, which is something that we might get into later, I think.
Okay.
Or talk about other stuff. No, I can take it now. PLO plus 1 is basically the last 2 steps of Lin put together into one step. It's 72 algs, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, wow. Do you know all of them?
I'm learning it currently. No, I'm learning it. I know like a third. So yeah, with that, I think average move count like in slices is like 18 or so, 19. So it's pretty
Okay,
efficient.
so Square-1 you count moves by slices. You don't count like the.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Mainly.
Oh, something happened with audio there. All right, it's gone. So, I guess we can ask Thibaud this one. So, like, in terms of the two methods compared, since the efficiencies are similar and maybe Lin is a bit more efficient, do you think there would be differences in like TPS limitations between them, or is the turning generally the same?
I think like as is it's in Square-1. The turning is basically the same, but like I think there are weirder moves you have to do with Vandenberg. Yeah, like oh I don't know, like I sometimes use my thumb to do D moves or U moves. I don't know if Elmer does that, but yeah.
Your thumb to do D moves.
Then I don't really know because
Is that for wait? Why?
No, I don't
Because
really
like
know.
from what I've seen in Square-1,
Oh, like
I don't know
that?
Square-1,
That's
but
weird.
like it's just kind of like a 3x3 doing R2 for the slice, and then D's and U's like this, right?
Yeah.
So like in terms of turning out of all the
Yeah.
events, like I think it's kind of straightforward because do you ever like regrip or anything? Like maybe
Not really.
between
But, yeah,
algorithms, I would
between
guess,
steps,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So like in terms of
yeah.
turning potential, you could like that's why you guys can turn so fast on Square-1, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think Vandenberg look ahead is a lot easier because it's just args. Whereas in Rue or Lint, you have to think a bit about block building and stuff.
Okay. But
Yeah, I think
I don't
look
know
ahead
if,
is pretty hard in Lin too. I suck at that, kind of. I'm working on
Okay.
it.
Yeah, that's what I expected. And then also like since the blocks are near the beginning, are you ever able to like plan part of them in inspection and like
Yeah.
make it easier for yourself?
If it's like a pretty easy cube shape, then it's not that hard to track the first block if I have like time left in inspection. And I'm a pretty fast CSP tracer, I think, so I usually have quite a lot of time to track pieces for the first block. I usually don't do that, but if it's an easy cube shape and I have some already made blocks that I can preserve to make like first block easier, then I usually plan it.
Okay, so you mentioned CSP, and that's something we haven't mentioned at all before.
Yeah.
You kind of talked about the PLL plus oneers, which is specific to Lin. But audio cut messed up again. Okay, but as most of everyone already knows, I know basically nothing about Square-1. So maybe you guys could explain like what parity is and what CSP is before we start talking about it.
CSP is just that you trace the original method is that you have a solve position for each cube shape, so it's basically like cube lines where you just trace them, but you don't have to remember just how many cycles you go.
Okay, so you have to count how many cycles, and then is it like the same thing? So odd would be parity, even would be not parity.
Yes, and then you have two ways of solving the cube shapes, and then there shouldn't be parity. But
Okay.
there's like many of the games use it's recognition method by Kale, and it's like you go for the first the on top edges and like you get three colors, and then there's different color combinations, and you look at those color combinations, and that's either even or odd parity you get there. And then you do that for in my case it's black on top, so black edges and black corners, and then this is white corners. And then you like count them together, see if you have even or odd parity.
All right. And then how many cases is it in total?
I think it's like 90 or something.
Cube shape is 90 cases, but then you have to learn two out for each case. But it's pretty intuitive, mostly. And then if you want, technically you have to learn mirrors too, but that's like the same thing. Yeah.
Wow, so just a lot of algs in general. I didn't think it was that many.
No, it's 90 times 2 is 180 times 2 is what?
360.
360, yeah. But
that's a lot of algs.
Yeah, but it's pretty intuitive. So.
And then you said there's a lot of mirrors, so I guess stuff cancels out. Okay. And then before the stream, Thibaud said he wants to talk about kind of when to learn CSP if it's worth it. So maybe you can start giving your opinion about that.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth it because like parity is shit, so just don't do that. Avoid it.
And then
Because,
parity is normally solved at the end of the solve, right? It would just be like a long algorithm.
yeah,
Okay.
but I think Kale's Kuhn, I don't know if it's pronounced like, generated like CO parity odds, so you can solve parity at CO.
But that's stupid.
Would
Yeah.
recognition? I feel like recognition for that would be bad, right?
Yeah,
Because
No,
I guess
but
the other advantage of cube shape parity is you get it over with an inspection.
yeah,
So it doesn't
but-
add many moves, and also you don't have to think about it after that.
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
But don't people, like some people do, like, isn't it like corner permutation parity? That exists too, right? Like solving
Yeah, I think
parity during
Tommy Shiliga
corner
that-
permutation.
Tommy Shiliga that did that at some point when he was like averaging like 11. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Square-1 like methods and hardware and everything has developed a lot in the last couple of years. It
Yeah.
was just like, what do you think really caused that? Was it just people getting more into it and then
Well, I think
that
when
made
the
it more
Chi
popular,
came
or-
out. Yeah, I think it's when the Chi came out because that was the first like kind of good Square-1, and people started to practice because they could actually turn it without it popping every solve. And then yeah, people started to practice more and develop more methods and stuff like that.
Okay. And how long ago was that? Like 2016, 2015?
It came out in
End of
late 2015, I think.
No, November 2015.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And since we're already talking about hardware, I want all of you to like show your mains and what you use, and why you use it, why you think it's good.
I use the Cosmic Volt M.
Cosmic
It's-
Volt M, yeah.
I think it's the best one I've tried really.
Yeah.
It's a big improvement on the normal Volt because yeah, it's very stable and the magnets are very weak, but they still help. And you can't really have very strong magnets for Square-1 because it can hinder the TPS pretty easily if you have too strong ones. So I
Yeah.
think it's a pretty good magnet string.
Yeah, I've tried one with a quite more stronger magnets. I just couldn't really have my TPS as fast on this group.
All right. So I'll link that in the description. I think I already have. Yeah. Okay. It's there. So if
you did.
anyone wants to check out the Cosmic Volt Square-1 M, they can do that. One question I have about that is, does it have like magnets on both the slices and the layers?
Yeah. So it has magnets
then-
in the slice and in the corners. So
Oh, the
Yeah.
corners. That's
yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Corners,
that makes sense.
Like corners and
Because
Yeah.
having it in the edges would be annoying because they break and that would mess up everything.
Oh yeah, edges breaking. Let's talk about that. I know one of you does that a lot.
I've only broken like 2, I think.
Rasmus, weren't you breaking one every like 2 weeks at one point?
like every day at one point.
Yeah, every day.
Every day?
Or I had like in just a month or something. I think I broke like 20 in a month or something.
What the heck? How many like spare parts and cubes did you have to have?
I think like I've gotten like 15 rolls in total or something.
Oh, I guess that's the one drawback of having such crazy TPS.
And also one of the reasons there's not magnets in the edges is because like the caps are glued on, so you can't actually.
You can't like change the color.
No, you can't do it, or you can't do it. Take the cap off without having to, break it off and glue it on again.
Oh wow.
It's really the only way to do it almost.
Okay, so I'm just gonna read through the chat, see if anyone's asking anything related to what we're talking about, and if there's something interesting, so you guys can take a look too.
How many volts do you have, Rasmus? Martin asks.
I go down 15.
Martin also asked Helmer, you don't remember that, don't you? What are oh that was when the Square-1 hardware was bad. Okay, I guess that was when we were talking about like 2015.
Oh yeah, I did Square-1 back then, but I was bad. But it was still my favorite event. But I averaged like a minute.
Someone is asking how to do CubeShop well.
Depends what you average, really. Like, if you want advanced, then just literally just learn all cases, like optimally.
Yeah, like if you use beginner CubeShop, just don't.
Yeah, and if you're like intermediate level and don't want to spend all the time and learn all the cases, just learn all the 3 slide cases like scallop kite and like barrel kite and stuff like that, and just reduce cases into those.
Okay, so I guess that question leads into our next topic pretty well. So now I'd like to spend some time talking about practicing in improvement. So the first thing I think I'd like to address is like the sequence that you recommend people should learn things. So how to go from using like a beginner method to using more advanced methods. Rasmus, want to talk about that?
Yeah, I guess with the beginner method, one of the best things to like learn after is a CO that's in the beginner's method. It should be optimal still. And then EO, there are not that many outs, so you could just about learn all of them. They're like 7 or something, 8. I think they're around, so they're pretty easy to learn all of them. But then CP, there are also not many outs there, and they are pretty easy to learn. So, and then you have pretty good efficiency there just by learning EO and CP. And then learn a few EPs extra time, like adjacent and opposite, like Q perms and Z perms, H perms. When you learn those, you could probably easily get so 15 with that.
Okay. Anyone else have any thoughts about that?
I just have to say, Martin, yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
He posted in the chat if I remember something, and yes, I do.
Oh, someone asked where should I learn EP algs?
Yeah.
Currently, I use DB to learn EP algs, but I'm not sure if it's good or not.
I think Charlie has a doc with some pretty good algs.
All right, and then so basically, once you learn, I guess from the beginner method, you start learning more algs. So I get, as Rasmus mentioned, better like all the EPs, CPs, COs.
Not all the EPs. They are quite kind of.
Not all the EPs. Wait. EOs. Okay, I said something wrong. But then at what point would you say like CSP should be started?
I guess you can start when you want.
Like what?
I guess you
like
can
what
start
when do you think most people should start learning CSP?
Oh, I think like sub 15. Yeah.
Sub 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any like problems with starting later than that or earlier? Because I know there's still probably a lot of fast solvers like sub 10, sub 9 who don't know CSP, right?
Yeah, I think like if you want to learn it earlier, then it's good if you already know like optimal cube shape, because I didn't, because I sucked at cube shape and I did some cases very inefficiently. So then I had to learn a lot more than just learning one extra alg. I had to learn like
everything at the same
algs
time. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So in general, like once you know the other stuff, then you should be ready to move on to the CSP.
Yeah.
I was like sub 9 before I learned CSP, so I already knew a way of solving all the cube shapes, so it was pretty easy to learn it.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's pretty much the progression. I guess Square-1 progression's pretty straightforward. You just keep learning algs and practicing them.
Yeah, do a bunch of solves.
Okay. And I think we already talked about this before, but turning styles, are there any like differences between people, the way they turn, or does everyone do the same thing?
Well, nowadays people basically do the same thing, but there is it's Western turning style that most people use, right? Or do I mix them up? No, it's Western.
Yeah.
And that's
The Western and
slicing
Polish.
like, yeah, Western is what everyone uses basically. It's slicing like alternating of slicing up and down so that you don't regrip as much. And then Polish is you slice up all the time like this, which causes more lockups. People used that a lot before the GE came out because yeah, turning too roughly could lead to pops, and turning like up all the time was more safe, I guess.
Okay, so there's not much variation there then.
Well,
And have any of you done any like turning drills or like drilling algorithms to get faster, or do you just spam solves and improve that way?
Spam solves.
yeah, basically.
I just drilled bad hours. I did like what? Like use it. I don't know. Like I used to execute it like shit, but I just drilled it for like a month, and then now it's good.
Oh wow. Okay. So I guess that would be
EP.
Wait,
that
do
would
you
be
use
part of
black
like
in your
learning
Square
the
1 too?
algorithm.
Oh, I'm the only one who
What?
doesn't use black on the Square 1.
Oh,
Oh,
you use white and yellow.
Yeah, I have white and yellow.
So black. Okay, I guess we can talk about that too. So black, is it just for like recognition, or do you just like the colors better?
It looks cool.
recognition.
Wait, do you have black and white or black and yellow?
I have white and black.
Okay.
Thibaud, you have white and black too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so Helmer, do you ever have any problems like mixing up white and yellow? Because like whenever I would practice 3x3 even, sometimes I'd mix up like white and yellow corners when it was bad lighting.
Yeah, maybe in bad lighting, but it's not really a problem, I don't think.
Okay.
No, not really.
So other than that, did you guys have any like general tips or advanced tips for improvement or solving or anything like that? Or is it just spam solves and learn algs all day?
Square improvement is basically just that. That's why it's a dumb event.
Oh, I dropped something. All right. Check the chat again. Okay. So that's for practicing. Now we can move on to the next topic, which is competing. So the first thing that I think we've all had experience with is getting nervous and dealing with nerves. So if anyone has any stories or like personal experiences they'd like to share, we can start with that.
Yeah, that was like a comp in mid-March where I was like averaging 07. I was like 100% confident and I was gonna get the world record at the comp. But then I got my first solve. I just like couldn't turn at all. I was so sweaty and I got like a 10 or something. It just got the 9 average, I think.
So then after that first solve, you must have been even more nervous because then you're thinking,
Yeah.
oh shoot, I already messed up with one solve. If I mess up another one, it's over.
And it's just good. Yeah, after that competition, I just had another competition 2 weeks later where it was a bit better, but I still couldn't turn. Then my last competition was even better than I got 3 so big averages.
Yeah. You've gotten really consistent really fast. Like did you get like a 7 something average of 12 or
7.5 official out of 12. And
that's crazy.
My last comp I got 725 in the first round, which was
You plus 2 out of the same thing, right?
Yeah, the next round I plus 2 out of getting 725 again. And then the last in the final I got a 7.6 average with the first solve being I8, which should have been like a low 6 or something. I locked up very badly and I think it was EO or something, and then we just put W perms, and the bar was already flipped, so it was pretty good. It should have been like a low 6 or something, which would have been a 7.1 average.
Wow, that would have been insane. Okay, anyone else have any other experiences?
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at nerves usually. Sometimes I'm like super nervous for everything, even events I don't care about at all. And sometimes I'm just not nervous even for like Square-1. It really just varies a lot. I've noticed that there have been like 2 comps where I just felt really sick before Square-1, and I was like about to throw up, and then I wasn't nervous at all because I couldn't focus on being nervous because I was sick.
Wow, so it just like distracted you
I
from
should do that again.
the nerves. And Thibaud, anything for you?
Yeah, I just pretend I'm at home, so I do good.
Okay.
That's it.
And have you always been good, or did you just like improve at dealing with nerves recently?
I just improved recently because but I'm like doing Crossy Open. I did shit because I thought that, oh yeah, I'm the best squanner. I'm gonna fuck everyone. Yeah, and I did shit. It lost by 0.01.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And then your reactions to good solves or records are pretty fun to watch.
I'm just that's also a way I do or use to stress less. I don't know, that's just something in my head.
Yeah, I feel like it's better to be like happy about yourselves than to be like scared about yourselves.
What?
I don't know what I just said. Okay, wait, let me try that again. It's probably better to celebrate and be happy about yourselves than to like be sad about yourselves, because then you're gonna be like going into the next one thinking, oh, this is so bad, I'm gonna probably mess it up again.
Yeah.
Okay. When Thibaud do NR, all people in the venue ask for extras. Helmer's face is covered by the SCS logo. Oh yeah, it is. I just noticed that. Oh, it's not quite his face. It's like
my shoulder.
Yeah. All right, and then most of you have been to like larger competitions, right? Like French championships, Danish championships. Did you have Swedish championships or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was like last month. Yeah.
Okay. And do you guys feel that you get more nervous for those, like especially in finals or something? And do you have any tips for like dealing with nerves at bigger competitions?
Like Swedish championship isn't that big of a competition. I guess more like Worlds. I was at Worlds 2017, and I was pretty nervous there. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Because I really wanted to make it finals. I really wanted to make finals, and I got 1 place off.
Oh, okay. That's hard. And Thibaud, what about you?
I usually mess up at finals because I'm too stressed. Like I think, oh, I'm gonna podium. No, I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like, yeah.
Just knowing that you have a chance to podium and do well is gonna throw you off.
Yeah.
In my recent competitions, I've done better in the finals. I'm just less nervous. It's weird, but I am.
That's good. You're just getting used to it.
Yeah.
And then,
I just like sitting at one station all the time and just going up to the like competitors area.
Yeah, definitely. Just moving to the competitors area, it's like different from home solving, and also there's the stress of like, oh, are they gonna call my name now? What if I don't hear it?
Yeah.
So yeah. And Rasmus, you haven't been to any like major competitions yet, have you? Like Worlds or anything?
I was at Worlds last year.
Oh, you were at Worlds? Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
In the semi-final, I like plus 2 out the low 10, which was very good for me. Back then, I was like mid 11, I think, or something. So
you dropped like 4 seconds off your average in less than a year?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I was like, I think without that plus 2, I would have come like third or something. So I could have been with a shot for a podium in the final if I did well, but that just completely threw me off, and like started off with doing adjacent wrong, so I was off by Ukraine and got it.
Oh no.
And I think I +2 the next one, and it was just terrible.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me too. DNF and +2, same average, the worst thing.
Or DNF and DNF in the same average.
DNF and DNF. I don't think I've ever done that in a cited
I
event.
did that at Swedish Championship 2016. DNF'd the only one round.
Oh no.
I've been practicing so much, and like I wasn't that good, but I had like podium potential, and I DNF'd.
Oh no. All right, and then in moving on from like nerves, let's talk about like other parts of Square-1 at competitions. So in terms of like organizing Square-1, do you think there's any like major problems like wherever you live, in terms of scrambling? Like, do enough people know how to scramble, and then judge and stuff like that?
Some people are pretty slow at scrambling, so in a final round, if there are a lot of people in it, and like there aren't a lot of fast people that are not in the final, it might take a while for them to scramble, and they might miss-scramble a lot and stuff like that.
Okay.
We usually do that we try to get one person that can scramble fast as quick as possible, so that person can help scramble.
Okay, so you like rush them through their 5 solves so they can scramble after.
They have one more to scramble that can do it quick.
All right.
And like since Square has become more popular, there's been a lot more people that know how to scramble, and yeah, like a year ago something, there was basically no comps in Denmark that had Square-1, and now every comp has Square-1 now.
Oh wow.
And
So yeah, I was gonna ask about that. So like now with Square-1 being way more popular, like how's the frequency of having it at comps has gone up a lot?
Yeah, we have it at every Swedish comp. Well, no, there was a like blind comp a while back, but other than that, it has been on like every comp for like the last 3 years or something.
Wow. And Thibaud, how is it in France?
Organizers, yeah. In France, organizers usually don't like to put Square because they think it's a dumb event, or because they don't like me. I don't know. So I always have to ask them. I always have to ask them for only one round, and then I mess up. Yeah.
Oh no.
And there's like Clément Cherblanc,
Yeah.
who always does organized comps just to break the SPBs in Squad. That's how he got an or. Yeah.
That's funny. So in France, it's usually one round. In Denmark and Sweden, is it usually one round or multiple?
Multiple usually, because we have a lot of people that are good at Square-1 in like Scandinavia, in like Denmark and Sweden. Yeah. So we have usually like 2 or 3 rounds.
That's crazy. I can't remember the last time Square-1 was held in my province. Probably like 3 months ago, 1 round. I think that's what it was. Okay. Now, wait. Martin, WR podiums. I take the podiums anyway. Danish is boring.
Okay. Like Denmark's 75% of podiums is just Ekdal. And Martin is usually on every single podium.
That's crazy. His like sum of ranks and kinch ranks is just insane. I don't know how he does it. Okay, so now our last topic that I'd like to talk about is kind of future. So do you guys have any like upcoming comps that you're going to?
Yeah,
1 week.
Yeah, 5 days.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 days.
All of you seem to compete a lot, which is good.
Yeah.
I go to like 1 each month or so on average.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good number. 1 a month. It's not too many. You have like time to improve between them, and
yeah,
that's nice. Any like major comps for the summer? Maybe Euros for all of you?
No, I'm not going.
No.
No.
I am.
okay, that's gonna be fun. How many rounds of Square-1 are there? Like 3?
3.
3, yeah.
That's gonna be good. And I'm guessing you're hoping to podium or win there. Win. Yeah. Okay. And other than comps, do you guys have any like personal goals in terms of more PBs, more records, barriers, anything like that?
Yeah, I like to get like sub 8 average, just to have an average faster than Clément's single. That's
Oh
it,
wow.
I think.
I would like to have a sub 7 average. So, and like a sub 5 single. That's a good round.
Jeez, that would be crazy.
Oh yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
get
we will.
like sub 9 in the summer because I have like 6 or 7 rounds this summer. So I think sub 9 in one of those should be doable.
That's great. I wish you all good luck with that. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So before the stream started, we were talking about how you guys are all faster at Square-1 than 3x3, which I found to be pretty weird. But like, and with Rasmus now wanting to get like sub 7 average and sub 6, sub 5 single, like, do you think Square-1 will ever be faster than 3x3? Or because like the move count, as you mentioned, is what, like 20 slices or something, 25?
25, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, do you ever think Square-1 records are going to be faster than 3x3?
I think single can definitely be faster pretty soon because it's very luck based. I don't know about average. It would, if so, it would take a long time. But 3x3 is much more developed as well.
Yeah, that's true too.
I guess.
Yeah, because I think with OBL and PBL, Squad can be like 5.5 average, I think.
4.5.
If
No,
someone,
he said
yeah,
5.5.
no, 5.5. 5.5. Yeah, like if Rasmus learns OBL and PBL, I think it can easily be faster than Felix.
But like PBL, what's that? Like that's like 1,000.
Wait, let me try to figure this out. So right now, like it's a 5-step method and it's all algorithmic. So you're basically Rasmus is already just like spamming TPS and destroying everyone. But
Like-
OBL and PBL would be like orienting both layers and permuting both layers, right?
I don't
Yeah.
think OBL is really worth it because the recognition isn't that easy. There are many cases whereas something like EO is just easy recognition, easy to see, and isn't that many slices worth. And with EO you can predict your CP doing your EO out, you can see before, which you can't with OBL. So I don't really think it's going to be faster. Maybe like the easier cases. But like,
Wait, I just have a question for like you two. You predict CO during inspection?
yeah, no, doing
Yeah,
EO.
sometimes.
No, wait, no. I sometimes I do that,
Yes.
but I usually do it when like the end of the cube shape. I can just look ahead into CO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tracking the pieces is faster, I think. Easier.
So just during the algorithm then?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Square-1 isn't as developed as 3x3. So apart from the current methods, what do you guys think is like the next big thing after CSP that you think is going to make Square-1 times faster?
PBL.
Yeah.
But like, how is PBL possible? How many cases are that?
Oh, it's like
It's like isn't it like 1,000?
900 cases.
900?
Yeah.
That's like double ZBLL. Almost.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
can't you solve like a lot of them with like
Yeah.
2 CPs or something?
Yeah, many
Yeah.
of the PBL are generally just
It's
CP
like-
is the fastest, and you can also do many PBLs if there's like P perms, N perms, J perms, A perms, C perms.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just do 2 CP algorithms, and then if you do that twice, you will do PBL.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Rasmus, have you started learning any of those?
Yeah, and I know how to do it. It's not all of them are doing solves because recognition could be a bit slow, but I know how to do double CP PBL. I do that quite a lot. and just feel out. I also learned, and you can also, like, for example, stuff like A-perm and E-perm on bottom. You can't do it if you do CP and then EP afterwards if you do set, which is okay, but it isn't that good. But if you do something like just swapping 2 corners there and 2 corners here, just like do that twice. A lot of intuition. But like really intuitive the way you can do PBLs in many cases.
Oh, okay. I think I get it. Yeah. So if you can see the pieces you need to swap, then it's a lot easier.
Yeah, like you can just maybe try to reduce a lot of the cases by doing maybe MCU to M2 or something. That's can reduce a case to a P that you already know or something.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement there. And the last thing, or the second last thing that I usually ask people on the streams is predictions for records and podiums at big comps. So who do you guys think is going to be on the podium at, say, Euros this summer?
Euros, Rasmus first, and then I'm not.
Is Martin going?
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
I think Martin could definitely also go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Martin second, and then maybe I don't know. I'm not too sure who's going.
I don't know who else is going either.
No.
I think the podium is going to be Rasmus with like a sub-7 average, then Charlie with like a 9 average. I don't know. Then some random people. Oh yes, fuck. Martin with like a sub-8 average. I don't know.
Okay. Sounds like a pretty safe prediction. What about like U.S. nationals?
Oh, US nationals.
Oh, who's going?
I have no clue. Maybe we should pull up like the psych sheet or something and see.
Wait, none of you are going, right?
No.
Yeah, maybe like Daniel Cornock.
Yeah, Dorpy, then Eva, then Ro, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like in America, like all of the Square-1 solvers have been like fast for like years. Like Ro, Tommy, like they've been like getting records and stuff for a while, right?
I don't think Ro has ever gotten records. I don't think Ro has ever gotten WRs.
Oh, really?
No,
he became good at like 2016.
Oh, okay, I was wrong
the
then.
Key era came out.
Yeah, he never had any WRs.
Okay.
He had a bunch of UWRs at some point, I think. Yeah. But never a WR.
Okay.
It's like the 2016 version of Rasmus.
2016 version of. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And last, I think we already covered world record predictions. You guys think you can get down to like sub 3x3 single and average maybe in the near future, like sub 7?
Yeah, maybe. I think sub further. 5 this summer. But I asked me 4.82 prediction.
I'm just gonna pick a random number too. 494.
494. Like no, maybe 4.20. 4.20.
Okay. And the very last thing I want to ask all of you is if you have any other goals in life, whether it's school, any other hobbies you have, something interesting you'd like to share.
I don't really know.
I just want to. Yeah. I just want to graduate high school and then go to engineering school, and that's it.
Oh wow, okay. And wait, how old are you? Like 15, you said, or 14?
14.
Wow.
I'm in 10th grade.
Okay, that's a pretty good plan. Good to know what you're doing at that young of an age. Anyone else?
No, I have no idea.
No idea.
I don't know what it is.
All right. You guys have
No.
a lot of time to figure stuff out. Okay, so we're basically done the discussion part of the stream. We'll just take a quick look at the chat, see if anyone's asking any questions. Could you be doing cubing time sometime? Yeah, so we're gonna move on to doing some races and solves in a couple minutes. For now, you guys can just ask questions in the chat.
Time sucks.
Why? Oh, the scrambles for Square-1?
No, cubing time is like annoying because you have to like send in the times like basically at the same time, or they can skip people.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
Does it skip?
sometimes.
But it's better than Twist the Web, so
Okay.
for Square-1.
I didn't realize it skipped that quickly.
Twist the Web Square-1 scrambles are so stupid.
I think all other scrambles are.
Yeah, but Square-1 is the worst one by far.
On a completely unrelated note, I want to see Keon do a CFOP solve. Okay, sure.
What's your average with people?
Okay, let's see this.
What do you average?
Probably like 12, maybe worse. I'll time it, whatever. Oh, the cross is the hardest step. Oh, I actually found one. Oh, well, that was hard. Okay, that was a 13. Where do I find Charlie's EP document? I think a lot of people have asked him that, and we just didn't answer it.
The Facebook group Squanners, pretty sure. Whereas I think he has like a video where he has it.
We'll put that in the chat. He has a video on his channel, The
Yeah,
Red
he made a
Domino.
video and, yeah.
Okay. Does this Cosmic Square-1 have magnets in the edges? No, we said it's just the corners and the center slice, I guess. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
The slice and the corners and the middle part.
Rasmus, how to get fast in Scube?
Get a lot of scrambles. I don't know, average like maybe like mid 3. Average sub 3 official average and
Wow.
1.4 official. It was like it was actually a 7 move at the cancel, but I just did an 8 move. I didn't even wonder with anything. I also think Martin.
Oh, 2x2, right. You guys are good at 2x2, right?
Yeah, I
Not
guess
me.
Not you?
No,
I
I
just
have
got
Rasmus,
like a
lucky.
you're like-
2.6 average.
Oh, okay.
Not good.
2x2 is
But I don't
hard.
practice.
I think I'm still in the world.
5th?
Yeah.
7th? Crazy.
Oh,
What?
you missed that like 8 mover or something.
Yeah, I missed an 8 mover, which
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing the reconstructions.
Those scrambles were insane.
yeah, they were pretty decent. That could have been a counting sub 1, which would have made more like average.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Just need like sub 1.07 or something, I think. But I didn't see that.
No, I didn't see that either.
I think it was when I retried the scramble, it was like one of the first thing I saw.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Finding stuff in inspection at comps is stressful because you're just searching as fast as you can and block.
At home,
Alright, looks like people... At home, you what?
At home, I use like maybe like 1 to 2 minute inspections on time.
Oh, wow. Rasmus, can you do a Scube solve?
The hand scramble.
Hand scramble.
348.
All right, that's pretty solid. So if no one has any more interesting questions to ask, we'll just do some races now. So I guess you guys could set up a cubing time thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who makes a room?
I don't know.
Did I make one?
Yeah.
What should the password be?
Oh wait. Do we want it to be public or just you
Yeah,
guys?
public, I think.
Okay.
Public is
Because
better.
that's what you did for the other streams, right?
I don't know.
I
Because
think,
we didn't do that many. We did cubing time for 2x2 and 3x3, but then for big cubes and also Scube and Pyraminx, I think they just did like races.
Oh, okay.
So it's up to you guys, I guess. But Martin wants to join. So like,
Yeah, we can let people join.
yeah.
What should the password be?
Unless they're very slow.
Squad.
Sure. Just whoever's
Or
making
maybe
the room. Whoever's making the room can
SCS
just
squad.
pick a password. Yeah, sure.
You have
I
to
see
be
it's
like
fun.
sub something to join.
Something.
Just don't be super slow.
Yeah, I don't think you can set it to something. Oh wait, the password has to be a minimum of six.
But
Just put like
doesn't have to be a
SCS
password.
SCS squad.
SCS squad. Yeah.
Wait. Wait.
Or SCS squad.
Martin's getting impatient. He's like, just choose lol.
Yeah, it's up. What's the password?
That's one. Guess we can begin.
Oh yeah, can you guys like tilt your cameras down too so we can see the cubes?
Oh, yeah. It's a good angle. Like that.
Yeah.
Wait, is it the inspection on? No, it's not. Whatever. No, wrong.
Okay.
Wait. Oh. I did the wrong hour.
Oh, I should
So
probably join
nervous.
so I can see the times. Rooms. Wait, what? For Square-1, do you think that putting a sticker on the E layer under your left thumb can help you be more stable?
Oh! I thought it was inspectional.
I used to do that, but that's like useless.
Wait, do what?
So yeah.
What did you say you used to do?
For Square-1, do you think that putting a sticker on the E layer under your left thumb can help you be more stable?
No.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I have no idea what that's supposed to mean.
Not me either.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Rasmus, did your camera freeze? Or never mind, it was you were just not moving. Or are we just waiting for other people now?
No, it's done.
Yeah. What a time! What the heck?
Martin says he can't see people's times because I don't know, cubing time is weird, I guess. So can you guys just like say your times after each solve, maybe?
Okay.
Say times. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
961.
5.585.
You got a 5? Dang.
Yeah. It was 4 steps too.
Oh.
Uh,
714.
Was who won that one?
I think I
You got
did.
an 8.
I got a 714.
Oh.
$8.98.
$7.20.
Thibaud, what'd you get on that one?
8.99.
Oh, you lost to
Ooh.
about
Yeah.
0.01. Thibaud, your inspection is cool. You go like, you ever seen Ishan do like 3 blind solves and he's memorizing? And he's just like, that's like you tracking CSP. It's pretty cool.
What's going on? Okay.
$6.27.
8.79.
I know 3. I dropped it.
Wow, that was crazy.
I hate
573.
573.
Rasmus, what did you get?
6.97.
Oh.
You are waiting for.
Is it just like paused?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably someone who left but didn't leave the room. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, just like close the tab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, who made the room? Can you like skip to the next scramble? If that's possible.
Well, these I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, we still have to wait.
Is it still not giving you a scramble?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Or we'll like start a new room maybe.
You guys are too fast. You broke the system. Kevin. Oh my God! Look at Kevin's message in the chat.
What?
I guess this stream.
Oh my God.
What are they saying?
Kevin said, I guess the stream was the first time that Keon was asking dumb Squan questions instead of Thibaud.
Oh fuck.
For anyone who doesn't know that, in the Team SCS group chat a while ago, Thibaud kept asking like Rasmus Square-1 questions, and then everyone was getting annoyed that like the whole
like
chat
every
was just,
day.
every single day the chat was just about like a long discussion about Square-1. So then we limited it to like one question per day for Thibaud, and then now I got to ask all the dumb questions about Square-1 because I know nothing. Is PK cubing Rasmus? What?
No.
Is it still broken? People are saying like make a new room if it's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make another one.
Let's go.
Gonna be SCS stream too.
À demain, maman. Sorry, that was my mom.
Wait, does Kevin do Square-1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does he,
Yeah,
like,
it's just like
he got, like,
10.
10:01.
10. Low 10.
So we're making a new room now.
Yeah.
what do we do? Yeah, they're making a new
We're
room.
making another room.
Yeah, just leave that other room.
It's SCS stream.
Who makes it?
I'm making another one.
Can I make it?
The same code.
Okay.
Is sub-10s still considered good in Square-1?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's good, but it's not like great, I guess.
Like
It's not world class really.
It's not like as good as it was like 6 months ago.
think top 50 in the world is like top 10, or at least very close to.
Okay, the new room is there.
Wait, how quickly did the Square-1 records drop? Like, what was it a year ago?
I remember that back in September I got a 9.5 average, and that was third in the world.
Oh wow. Wait, when was the first like sub 9?
That was Brandon Lynn's 845.
8.45, yeah.
In the start of 2017, and that's still North American record.
Wow. So then it's still dropping really fast then, a whole second in a year.
Yeah.
Right. Last year, I think, or yeah, WR was like 9.07 average, but now 9.06 is like 15 in the world.
15?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's really fast improvement for a short event, especially.
The new room is up.
Who won that one?
It doesn't.
Wait. Did you make another room?
Yeah, I did.
Oh wait, so there's 3 rooms now?
Oh, okay.
No, wait.
Wait, what? No.
I made SCS stream too.
Oh, okay. Is it the same password?
Oops. 9.00.
9.54.
Guessing that was a bad scramble then?
Not really.
Oh, everybody messed it up.
I just
Yeah.
did. Yeah, I did the U-frame the wrong way.
Well, I averaged like 9.0 and I got 9.00, so.
Oh, okay.
Oops. Oh wait, no. Oh, that was a +2, but I forgot to like type in that.
+2 is 45 degrees on Square-1, right?
Yeah, in the top and bottom layers, but in the slice it has to be 90 degrees.
90. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like exactly 90.
All right. And Thibaud, are you getting nervous on stream? Because before I remember you saying you're gonna probably mess up a lot, right?
Same here.
Yeah.
I'm doing better than expected, but I'm still like nervous.
7.55.
6.88.
He's taking some W's. So Martin's winning a few.
That you take the first block transition was really nice. Oh, nice. Eight to 10.
All your TPS is so fast, the camera's just like being super blurry.
Wait, who's turning the fastest between Helmer and I?
I can't really tell. I'll try to pay more attention to it for the next solve.
Okay.
Oh, this is nice. I'm not doing that trace. Oh no! Oops.
No.
8.08, yay!
1284.
Okay, I think okay. I don't know if it's fair to judge it off of that solve, but I think Thibaud was turning faster.
Yeah, I think
Yay.
that's all.
But like you messed it up, right?
Yeah. I can't turn that.
What the heck am I doing?
923. Bleh. I'm like more nervous or equally as nervous solving on cam than solving in comp.
In
It's
comp,
weird.
yeah, me too. And on stream,
so
I think
weird.
it's more stressful than just on
Yeah,
cam
yeah,
because you know, like it's live and there's probably what right now, 20
Yeah, it's
people.
worse than comp.
Yeah.
I guess it's good comp practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, +1.
Oh, Rasmus, what was that? What was that pause?
Hard to do that. I messed it up anyway, so I thought my
Yeah, Thibaud's definitely turning faster than Helmer.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. All right, so we'll probably continue for another like 10 minutes, and then I guess we'll end the stream
Yeah.
after that.
Okay.
I'm thinking, are there any like other like races we can do, or relay race or something?
I don't know.
I'll try to think of something.
Wait, last time didn't they do like they switched Cube and Pira between the persons?
Yeah. But like everyone's a
Can we
square
do?
one.
Can we do like? Wait, can you do? Can you guys do Lin, and I do
Oh, switch
Vandenberg?
methods.
Okay.
So just keep going for now for a couple solves, and then you can switch methods.
Men gillar Jack, jag iggar inte. Jo, det gör jag, men jag orkar inte. That was to someone in the chat. Wait, do we switch methods now?
Do it on the next solve.
Okay.
So like, if you haven't scrambled yet, yeah, now.
No, it's like not giving us the scramble again.
We're
Okay.
waiting for someone. Kana or something.
I averaged like 13 with Vandenberg with like max like 300, 400 solves ever. I just learned EO and CP and I was like sub 15.
Should we just take some scrambles from CS time and put them in the chat?
Yeah, maybe just generate like 5 and then put them in the chat, and everyone can do those.
Okay.
Because I guess cubing time broke again, and making a third one is gonna take forever.
Should I just take 5 scrambles?
Wait, who sends scrambles? Try Yoyleberry. No, I'm not doing that.
What is Yoleberry? It's
stupid.
weird
It's
name.
like you do like cube shape and then edge orientation and then bring it out of cube shape again and then
What?
like pair edges with corners so that I don't know, it's stupid.
So what's the point of doing cube shape in the first place if you're gonna break it?
Because you do cube shape and then edge orientation so that you have that and then you bring it out of cube shape.
I can't.
That's supposed to avoid parity.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
okay.
like, but it's not worth it. Just use CSP.
Do CSP.
I'm just gonna send 1 scramble at a time.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Oh, we have a scramble now. We have a scramble on Q. Oh, we're still doing the one you sent. Are we doing the scrambles on cubing time or no?
Oh, it works again?
Yeah.
I'm doing that one, but so I'm going on queuing time afterwards. I'm just gonna do this one with the
12 seconds.
Okay.
$16.9. Wait, we're doing queuing time again.
Okay, wrong method now.
Are we still doing races?
Yeah. Now it's opposite method.
Oh, okay. Should we use the same scrambles?
Yeah, it's on cubing time.
Cubing time works again.
No, my computer. Okay.
It's got a 10.4 with Lynn.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Hey, what?
He got a 10.
Yeah,
11.5.
7.4.
I'm going to trace. What the heck?
What?
7.2. I got JPEG.
I'm 30.
But I said, like, I did my first block, then my second block was made, and the two edges was just insert with M2, and then I got JPEG.
Oh. I had adjacent VP. The 27.
Drop the cube.
All right, we'll do like one or two more, and then I guess we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oops, I got parity. 10 with Vandenberg with parity.
10 with parity? Did you trace wrong?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I don't like this.
Okay.
Okay, let's make this one the last solve.
No, that's not correct. Come on, sub 20. No.
Wait, my types are 10, 7, 27, 17, DNF.
It's a great average.
Then it's too hard. Yes.
What time was that?
19.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're going to end the stream here. I want to thank you guys for being on the stream. It was a lot of fun talking to you.
Yeah, thanks.
And do you have any last words you'd like to say before we end the stream?
Yeah. Everyone, just use Vandenberg. Don't use me. Shit.
All right. So thank you guys for being here, and thanks to everyone who's watching. See you in the next stream next week.